Myself, Nimisha J. Patel, Assistant Professor in Electrical Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. I deliver a video lecture on Indian Constitution. Today we learn chapter number 3, Scheme of Fundamental Rights. In this chapter we will learn fundamental rights, right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitations, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, Article 32, right to constitutional remedies, and feature of fundamental rights. First, we see about the fundamental rights. We learned fundamental rights in a previous lecture. Okay. The fundamental rights are defined as the basic human rights of all citizens. These rights defined in a part 3 of the Constitution applied irrespective of race, place of birth, religion, caste, creed or gender. Okay. In Indian Constitutional, 25 parts are available. Okay. In this part number 3, in part number 3, fundamental rights are explained. Okay. Now they are enforceable by the courts, subject to specific restriction as necessary for the protection of public interest. Originally, the Constitution provided for 7 fundamental rights. First is a right to equality. It's defined in Article 14 to 18. Right to freedom is explained in Article 19 to 22. A right against exploitations. Its details in Article 23 and 24. Right to freedom of religion explained in Article 25, 15 to 25, cultural and educational rights in Article 29 to 30, and right to properties in Article 31. Right to constitutional remedies in Article 32. But right to property is removed from the Constitution. Okay. So here is we see about the fundamental 6 rights. Which rights? Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitations, right to freedom or religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. But right to property was removed from the list of the fundamental right by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978, and after amendment it was made a legal right. Okay. In right to property was removed from the list of the fundamental rights by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. At present, there are only 6 fundamental rights and they are described below in brief. First is right to equality. A right to equality is the first fundamental right which brought the end of untouchability. This right stands for the principle of equality before the law as well as social equality and supports the non-discrimination of people on any basis. On basis of this right, we don't discrimination about the people on any basis, religious basis, language basis. Okay. So according to these rights, the principle of equality, the laws are same for all people. Okay. This right also states that every Indian citizen is equal in front of the law. In front of the law, every Indian citizens are same. and prohibits discrimination on the ground only of religions, race, caste, sex, etc. Okay, it's a basis of this basis of this discrimination of people is prohibits place of birth or any other grounds with discriminations between people is prohibits in a Indian constitutional rights. Article 14 is available to any person including legal persons, statutory corporation, companies, etc. Article 14 is taken from the concept of equal protection of laws from the Constitution of the USA. Okay. This article is taken from the Constitution of USA, and this article is based on concept of the equal protection of laws. Under Article 15(3) and 4, the government can make special provision for women and children and for a group of citizens who are economically and socially background. Okay, under Article 15(3) and 4, Part 15 articles, in these articles Part 3 and 4, the government make a special provisions for women and children's. Okay, some quota of women are reserved. Children's for a children's we say that the 6 to 14 years old children have a rights to free learning, educational. Okay, and it is compulsory, and for a group of citizens who are economically and socially backward, for example SC, ST, OBC, reserved for some reserve quota. Okay, so these are all described in Article 15 and 3 part of 3 and 4. Okay. Now Article 16 says that there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in matter relating to employment or appointment to any offer under the state. The matters relating to employment or appointment, all Indian citizens have a equal opportunity. Okay, they have no reserve quota. Article 18 says that no title, not being a military or academic distinctions, shall be conferred by the state. No citizen of India shall accept any title from any foreign state. Okay. The awards Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri called as a national awards would not amount to the title within the meaning of Article 18. Next, the right to freedom. The right to freedom includes articles on freedom of speech, expression and assembly and is one of the most important of the fundamental rights. Right to freedom is the most important fundamental rights, and in these rights we have the freedom of speech and expression of our feelings and assembly. Okay, there are 6 frames under which freedom is made available to Indian citizen under Article 19. It says that all citizens shall have the right to freedom of speech and expression, to assemble peacefully and without arms, to form associations or unions, to move freely throughout the territory of India, practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business. Okay, all are to freedom for a Indian citizen. Freedom for a speech and expression. We speech any language is a freedom and expression our feelings in a freedom. Okay, to assemble peacefully and without arms, to form association or unions. We have a freedom to form any association or unions. We connect with people with any associations or unions to move freely throughout the territory of India. In India, we have freely move to one place to another place all over India to practice any profession or to carry out on any occupation, trade or business. We have some education, and from that education we have free to take any we take practice in any profession or any occupation, trade, or we do to freedom to do any business also. Right to freedom, in addition to the three main rights of speech, expression and assembly, this fundamental right also provides freedom of association, profession, movement throughout the territory of our country, and freedom to reside and settle in any part of India. We reside and settle in any part of India. For example, I born in Gujarat, but my profession is in Bangalore. That times we settle in Bangalore. Okay, we have to freedom to settle any place all over India. Article 21A provides that state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years. And Article 22 deals with the protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. Okay. Next is right against exploitation. In Article 23 deals with the prohibitions of traffic in human being and forced labor. We can't force on children to work, labor work. Okay. Article 24 deals with the prohibition of employment of children in factories, etc. In factories, we can't take as an employment as children as an employment. Okay, these rights have to prevent exploitation of the weaker section of different sectors by the state organization as well as any individuals. Forced labor, working without labor, human trafficking, child labor and other illegal and ethically unjust acts are prohibited by these fundamental rights. Means exploitation in any field is prohibited in our country. The bonded labor systems Act 1976 was enacted by the Indian Parliament in support of this basic right. India is a secular country, and the right to freedom of religion to all its citizens ensure that all states treat all the religion neutrally. All citizens are free to follow any religious and participate in any religious festival also. Every Indian citizen has religious freedom and can follow any religion of their choice. Right to freedom of religion also promotes a right to preach, practice and propagate any religion of their choice and guarantees freedom of conscience to all Indian citizens. Now next is cultural and education right. The cultural and education rights include the right to education and help to conserve various heritages of minorities and protect them from discrimination. In minorities, some religions are come in minorities. Minorities are protect them from discrimination. They have also same rights. They follow their cultural and they follow the educational rights, free to educational rights. These fundamental rights safeguard the minorities and prohibits discrimination against any citizen for admission into any educational institutions based on religion, race, caste or language subject to reservation in the state. Okay, in our country, for admission or employment in any educational institution or any industries are non-discrimination between the citizens based on religious, based on language, based on minorities. Okay, they all are same for education system and they are all same for the cultural. Okay, these fundamental rights also allow minorities to set up and administer educational institutions to preserve their heritage. Also, in these rights, minorities also set up their own administration, educational industries. Okay, preserve their heritage. In Article 32, right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies allows Indian citizens to approach the Supreme Court or High Court to protect their fundamental rights. Okay, some peoples are allowed, some Indian cities, all Indian citizens allows to approach the Supreme Court or High Court for their to protect their fundamental rights. A person has the right to move to the Supreme Court or High Court if his fundamental right is violated. If the Indian citizen feel its fundamental right is violated, some changes, that times they move to the Supreme Court or High Court also. For this purpose, application in writing known as the writ is made. Okay, for this purpose, for the fundamental rights, if fundamental right is violated, they feel the fundamental right is violated, that times for this purpose application writing to reach the High Court and Supreme Court. Okay, this application is known as the writ. Writ is made. Writ means a legal document in writing. Following are types of the writ. For fundamental rights, this application is known as the writ, and this writ is a legal document. Okay. Writ of habeas corpus. Okay, corpus. Habeas corpus means to have a body. Writ of habeas corpus is made when a person is detained or arrested without proper justification. When the person of Indian citizens feel they detained or arrested without proper justification, that times they write the legal documents, and this legal documents is known as a writ of habeas corpus. Okay. Writ of mandamus. Mandamus means command or order. It is command issued by the Supreme Court or High Court to any person, corporation, inferior court, public authority or government who has to perform statutory duty but who fails to do so. Okay. Writ of mandamus means command or order, and this command or order issued by Supreme Court or High Court or any person, corporation, inferior, and this command we follow. Okay. Writ of prohibition. Here prohibition command is issued by Supreme Court or High Court to any inferior court or tribunal or to refrain from doing something which it is about to do. It is based on the principle that prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure means we have take precautions. We have take the precautions is better than cure. Okay, this legal document is known as the writ of prohibitions. Now writ of certiorari. Certiorari means to be certified or to be more fully informed of. It can be issued by the Supreme Court or High Court to the inferior court or any authority, whenever any authority of the court. Okay, now writ of quo warranto. Quo warranto means what is your authority. This writ prevents a person from continuing in public office who has wrongfully authority usurped the office. This Supreme Court has rights to protect the fundamental rights of citizens even against private bodies and can also award compensation to the affected individuals. In writ of quo warranto means what is your authority. In this authority is given by Supreme Court has right to protect the fundamental rights of every citizens against the private body. Okay. Now features of fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are named so because they are guaranteed and protected by the constitutions, which is the fundamental law of the land. Okay. The fundamental law of the land is the fundamental rights and guaranteed and protected by the constitution. They are fundamental also in the sense that they are most essential for the all-round development, material, moral, intellectual and spiritual of the individual. The fundamental rights are enshrined in part 3 of the Constitution from Article 12 to 35. The fundamental rights are meant for promoting the idea of political democracy. Some fundamental rights are available only to citizens. Others are available to all, including foreigners or legal persons like corporations or companies, etc. Okay, these fundamental rights features. Some fundamental rights are only for two citizens. Some fundamental rights for a foreigner, for a legal persons like corporation, companies, etc. Okay, these all are fundamental rights features. And they are not absolute but qualified. The state can impose reasonable restriction on them. Means balance between individual liberty and social control. Okay, because of the fundamental right, balance between individual liberty and social control. Courts can decide whether such restrictions are reasonable or not. Okay, who decide the restriction? Court can decide such restrictions are reasonable or not. Okay, most of them are available against the arbitrary action of the state, with a few exceptions like those against the state's action and against the action of private individuals. Okay. Now when the rights that are available against the state's action only violated by the private individuals, there are no constitutional remedies but only ordinary legal remedies. Okay. When some rights that are available against the state's actions violated the private individual, okay, by the who violated the private individuals or no constitutional remedies, and there are no constitutional remedy but only ordinary legal remedies. Some of fundamental rights are negative in character as they place limitation on the authority of the state, while others are positive as they confer certain privileges on the person. Now the questions: what is fundamental rights? In which the government can make special provision for women and children. In which article? That state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years. In which act was enacted by the Indian Parliament in support of these rights against exploitations. Every Indian citizen has religious freedom and can follow any religion of their choice. True or false? Which rights help to conserve various heritage of minorities and protect them from discriminations? Okay, thank you.